Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Science Notebook. You know, when we see those incredible pictures from the Hubble or the James Webb telescopes, we see this stunning, silent beauty. But what if I told you that this calm picture is hiding a universe that is just unimaginably violent? Well, today, we're going to pull back that curtain and look at 5 absolutely terrifying facts about space that will make you very, very happy to be sitting safely on Earth.
So, when you think of space, what comes to mind? For most of us, it's that peaceful, silent void, right? The final frontier. But the reality? Oh, the reality is so much more brutal. Over the next few minutes, we're going to explore exactly why that idea is just plain wrong. Let's start with the one danger you can't even see coming. All right, here we go. Our first terrifying fact: the vacuum is instant death. Now, forget everything you've seen in the movies about people freezing solid in a second. That's not the real killer. No, the real, immediate problem is the complete and utter nothingness, the vacuum itself. And it is catastrophic for a fragile human body. And that brings us to this horrifying word, abulism. You see, here on Earth, the atmosphere is constantly pressing down on us, holding us together. Without that pressure, the boiling point of liquids drops dramatically. So the moisture on your tongue, in your eyes, even the very blood in your veins, it would all begin to boil. Not from heat, but from the simple lack of pressure. Just imagine that for a second.
And this all happens scarily fast. The oxygen would leave your blood so quickly, you'd be unconscious in about 15 seconds. That's it. From that point, you've only got a minute, maybe 2, before the damage is permanent and you're gone. So, the takeaway here is that space isn't just tough. Without protection, it's instantly fatal. Okay, but what if you're safe and sound inside a spaceship, huh? You're fine then, right? Well, not quite. This brings us to terrifying fact number 2, radiation everywhere. Cosmic rays and solar flares. The vacuum might be outside, but space is filled with these invisible high-energy particles shooting through everything, everywhere, all the time.
We really don't appreciate how lucky we are here on Earth. Our planet's magnetic field and atmosphere work together like this giant invisible force field, deflecting most of this dangerous stuff. But once you leave that protective bubble, you're completely exposed. There is simply nowhere to hide from the full, unfiltered blast.
And the effects of that exposure are nasty. For us humans, we're talking about radiation sickness, our DNA getting shredded at a cellular level, and a huge increase in cancer risk. And it's not just us. Our technology is just as vulnerable. A big solar flare could easily fry the sensitive electronics in our satellites and could even knock out power grids right here on Earth. It's a constant, silent threat.
So, we've dealt with the vacuum and the invisible radiation. Now for something you can actually hit. Let's move on to our third terrifying fact: micro-meteoroids and space debris. Tiny projectiles, huge damage. You see, space is basically a shooting gallery. It's filled with tiny bits of rock and dust, and even man-made junk like flecks of paint, all zipping around.
And when I say zipping around, just look at that number. Tens of kilometers per second. That's more than 20 times faster than a bullet from a rifle. At speeds like that, how big the object is, well, it almost doesn't matter.
Because at those unbelievable speeds, the kinetic energy is just enormous. A tiny speck of paint, something you wouldn't even notice, hits with the force of a grenade. This is exactly why the International Space Station has special shielding, to try and stop these tiny hypervelocity bullets from tearing straight through it.
And now, let's go from the very, very tiny to the truly unimaginably massive. It's time for our 4th terrifying fact: black holes, the ultimate one-way trap. These aren't just objects floating in space. They're literally tears in space-time itself, places where gravity becomes so powerful, so absolute, that nothing, not even light, can escape. This is the ultimate cosmic question, isn't it? The one that keeps us up at night. What would actually happen to you if you were unlucky enough to fall into a black hole? Well, the scientific answer has a surprisingly creative name. Yes, you read that right. Spaghettification. It's the actual, real-deal scientific term. And while it might sound a little bit funny, the reality is the stuff of pure nightmares.
So, what is it? Well, as you get closer, the gravity pulling on your feet would be so much stronger than the gravity pulling on your head. This difference in force, this tidal force, would stretch you. It would literally pull you apart, atom by atom, into a long, thin stream of matter. You would become cosmic spaghetti.
And the point of no return has a name, the event horizon. It's not a physical wall you can touch, it's a boundary. And the moment you cross it, your fate is sealed. Every single path from that point on leads only to the center. Escape becomes physically impossible. This brings us to our final and maybe the most powerful danger in the entire universe. Forget asteroids. It's time for fact number 5. Gamma ray bursts, or GRBs, cosmic death beams. These are the most energetic explosions we know of. Massive jets of energy fired out when giant stars die or when two neutron stars collide. I really want you to try and wrap your head around this comparison because it is just mind-boggling. Take all the energy our sun will produce over its entire 10 billion year lifespan. A gamma ray burst can unleash that same amount of energy in just a few seconds. The power is almost incomprehensible. So what would happen if one of these things from a relatively nearby star was pointed directly at us? Well, to put it mildly, it would be bad. The intense radiation would just shred our planet's ozone layer. That would expose all life on the surface to deadly UV radiation from our own sun. It could absolutely cause a mass extinction event. Okay, now before you start to panic, here's the good news. These things are incredibly rare, and their energy is focused into a very, very tight beam, like a laser pointer. So the chances of Earth just happening to be in the direct line of fire, well, they're astronomically small. For now, we are safe. And I think this quote just perfectly sums everything up, doesn't it? The beautiful pictures hide a very violent, very deadly reality. From the simple vacuum to universe-ending gamma-ray bursts, space is a place of extremes. And that's why our understanding has to be based on good, solid science. Now, I know some of these concepts sound like pure science fiction. They are absolutely wild. So it's really important to talk about where this information actually comes from. Everything we've talked about today, every single fact, is based on years of research and data from the world's top space agencies. We're talking NASA, the European Space Agency, JPL, and of course, from peer-reviewed articles in leading scientific journals. We always make sure what we present to you is built on a foundation of established science. So, if this explainer freaked you out just a little bit, do me a favor and hit that like button, and make sure to subscribe for more space facts every single week. The universe is a terrifyingly beautiful place. Thank you for joining me today. Stay curious.